Logged into the wrong account. Why am I uploading a video? I need to be going live. So, in the meantime, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for having a conversation with me and everything there. So, appreciate it. We do subscribers only, any duration, monetization, 12 minutes, save. Or is that just me? Let me refresh it. YouTube not receiving enough video. That's what it says. I think I'm good. I'm not sure. It looks like we're having maybe some issues. Please let me know if you're seeing the same issues that I'm seeing. Looks like Rumble's okay. I think. X, let's see what's happening with X. I'm not sure. Issues, glitches? Okay, so it's glitching right now. Why would it be glitching? Do you hear my voice clear, or is it glitching within just the video? Please let me know on any platform, whether it's YouTube or Rumble. I apologize. At some point we'll figure it out. At some point it'll clear up, hopefully. Jasmine is very strong. I haven't checked out Jasmine this morning, so I'll have to check it out. Okay. Are we good? Is everything good with it looks like for me that everything is good, but I just want to make sure. You can never have enough XRP. I think you're right. I'm going to continue to buy XRP and I'm just not stopping. Honestly, I might buy more XRP today. And it seems like every day I'm buying XRP. And I keep saying that if I come into some money at some point, yes, I will purchase more XRP. I'll hold more XRP and we'll see what we can end up, getting out of that ultimately. It's better now? Okay, perfect. That's what I like to hear. You really think XRP will reach $10,000? So I think when I say that, I think it's more about the fact that it's an endless, like a kind of a limit to where like kind of the sky's the limit type of thing. We honestly don't know what the peak point is. So that's where people are like, $10,000 is that max point. Why am I not seeing this video come up? Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I think a lot of people will probably say $10,000, yes, while they do believe that we can get to that point, they want to strongly believe that. Um, there's a lot of people that'll sell way before that point, but it doesn't mean that it won't still be worth $10,000 because the amount of activity, the amount of use by a lot of people's definitions, right, is insane. It's honestly like when you look at it, you're like there's no way that this is not going to get to this point, right? Currently, we have 18 people that are here on YouTube. There's definitely something going on with the overall stream. So hopefully this picks up, but I'm not 100% sure that it will do that because where we stand, we have 15 people that are watching on Rumble. We have more people watching on Rumble. Oh, now we have more people watching on YouTube. So maybe they're just having some technical issues. Of course, it will reach 10K, but no one knows when. So I want to believe that it will reach that $10,000 mark, but I think that's more of just a kind of just setting a goal. And I think for me, if it reaches $10,000, yes, I'll have a certain amount that's in there, but will I have as much as I have now? Absolutely not. You know, if it gets to a level of $1,000, of course I will be out with most of my XRP, because if I have 8,000 or 10,000 or whatever, um, that's showing me so much more. It's showing me like an $8 million level as long as I'm at that $1,000 mark. So for an investment perspective, of course, I'm going to be out before then for a lot of it, but I will have some holding. And even if I do have 100 at that level of $10,000, I'm looking at, $1 million there just holding 100. So of course I'll have anywhere between 100 to 1,000 XRP left, depending on how much I can buy. I would love to buy, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 worth of XRP and just call that a day before we end up getting to or above $1. And I'm not sure when that will happen, when we will see things that flourish, when we see things that run. It could be in the middle of the year of 2024, which would be phenomenal because then it would give me the ability to grab more and more XRP. And some people were like, hey, I want to see it come back, because if it does come back, I will buy more XRP. And I was like, you're not the only one. If it does find a way to come back to 50 cents, I would love to buy more XRP. But if it doesn't, I still will buy more XRP. I would say 10,000 XRP is good to hold and will get you a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna. Is someone asking like how much do you need? Because for me, I want to hold well over 10,000. Smash the like button on the way in, everybody. Yes, definitely do that. Is 20,000 XRP life changing? 20,000 XRP should be able to create a large impact for you, and it should be able to be life changing. Now it depends what you do with that position, because currently 20,000 XRP would be worth 10,000 XRP would be somewhere around 6,000. Is that right? $6,000. $6,200 or so would be 10,000 XRP. So 12,000 would be somewhere around that 20,000 XRP mark. So if you're looking to have that, that's exactly how much you would need to have in order to have 20,000 XRP. And then as it gets to $1, it's $20,000. As it grows up to $1.50, $2, $5, $10, all of those levels, you'll see more and more with XRP. But it all depends on what you want to do with it, because that may be maybe a little bit of a mission for you to, get to those levels. And as you see those levels being hit, and you reaching $40,000 or $50,000 or $100,000, does that make you want to sell the position by investing $12,000 into it? XRP will struggle to hit $4 based on the tokenomics alone. What makes you think? Please explain. You can't just say based on the tokenomics, but then not explaining exactly what you mean by it'll struggle to hit $4 based on those tokenomics. What tokenomics? What is a struggle for you? Well, I wanted to sell half of it when it gets to $10. So if you wanted to sell half of it when it gets to $10, if you have like 20,000 or something, that's not a bad level. You would be looking at what, $100,000. Can you explain why you're so confident $10,000 or even $1,000? I'm still not understanding what you know that I don't. So, one, I don't know anything specific, right? I'm not saying that I 100% believe that this is going to get to $10,000, but I understand that the sky is the limit. I understand that it has a lot more potential because you understand the use behind it. If you understand the dollar, right? If you understand how many dollars are for our currency, how much is flowing through our country and even the world, honestly, because there's money that's flowing to other countries that is still worth what we consider it as a dollar, right? So if you look at that, you're looking at multiple like tens of trillions of dollars that's literally just in the flow of money. Um, and if you substitute, right, any digital currency and something that you think might be fast, well established, have a payment system, and also implemented within banks, you look at Ripple and how their go to position, their go to cryptocurrency would be XRP. No matter what CBDC is created, the go to would be XRP. It's faster, it's efficient, it's more usable, it's more secure within their system, within their platform, because it's integrated within their platform. You now see that you can use that alone and understand that that should be worth tens of trillions of dollars just flowing through our financial system. Imagine the world's financial system, as well as how interchangeable and how usable it's going to be. Not only does it act as a value of being able to use that money, to be able to have that flow of money, but also being able to use that money, people that are using it as more of a store of value as well, because they're kind of uh, holding it to see it increase, even though it's not a store of value, right? But they're holding it to see it increase, kind of like a gold, and see it appreciate, right? So you have a larger portion that's kind of gatekeeping this, that's holding the position and not allowing you to trade it. So it makes the ones that are being traded a lot more valuable. The ones that are being swapped, the ones that are being used, a lot more valuable. So there's so much that's there that can be implemented, and that will be implemented within these payment systems that are already being implemented within banks. So if you have Ripple Labs, who holds the escrow of XRP, and you'll see the flow, and they understand the use case behind XRP, they're going to use that within their payment systems, or have that as the best option possible. And what happens to XRP? It absolutely explodes. That's the way that we're looking at this. Now, this is all speculation. That's why a lot of people are like, okay, well, what really happens there? And you can have things like someone's bringing up XLM, you can have XDC as well. But I honestly think that there's so much potential here that it cannot be ignored. And am I saying that XRP will 100% get to $10,000? No. This is giving you a kind of a scenario to where you're like, if you kind of, reach for you're reaching for the stars, you may not get to the stars, but you will find things along the way, right? I don't really know what the full saying is, but basically you're reaching for the highest goal that you could possibly reach for. But in the process, you're finding, profits, you're finding scenarios, you're finding ways to use it, you're finding all the different types of things that benefit you, as well as cryptocurrency as a whole. So it's setting a goal that you feel like maybe from where we are may be unattainable. And then as we get closer and closer, people are like, well, maybe it is attainable, right? So if you solely get Jasmy, ICP, XRP, you will be poor. Get them cardboard boxes ready. So if you solely get Jasmy, ICP, XRP, you will be poor. Get them cardboard boxes ready. That's funny, but I don't agree with that. I don't really know what Jasmy is doing right now. I haven't looked at it, but the last time I checked it, I was up to $77,300. So check it out. Check it out. Check it out. So Jasmy is still at about or actually it's at 7.2. So 7,000. So 72% of a penny, almost 73% of a penny. So it's approaching those levels of like 74% of a penny like it was. Um, so my current value that I have for my assets, if I go over to my assets on Coinbase, you're going to see Jasmine coin I have, let me refresh it. It should be about $7,200. I said 72,000, I think the last time. $7,200 and up $3,200 right now. Cardano is up $2,000. XRP is slightly down, but I have 8,000, over 8,000 XRP now. I have 8,300, and I'm going to continue to buy more, right? Jasmine, ADA, XRP. I like Krill. I like Harvest Finance. Harvest Finance ran yesterday up to like 65 or 67 dollars, and that's just like a small glimpse of like what Harvest Finance does. Harvest Finance can increase a lot, especially with the lower supply. So I'm always excited about that, and I'm sure there was somebody that said that they were buying like $5,000 worth of like Harvest Finance during the live stream. I'm pretty sure that was it. And, they made some money out of that. I don't know if they took any of it, but they made like 2,500 since the live stream yesterday, if they decided to sell at where the peak point was or close to it. Also, guys, if you want to start trading with Margex, feel free to use my link for Margex. It's in the chat, and they are a partner with the channel. I really do like their platform and how easy it is to use, how it dynamically updates. You can trade up to 100x leverage on things like Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on BNB, 50x leverage on XRP. You can buy and you can short the market. So definitely go ahead and check out that link in the chat and sign up and start using it, man. It's a good platform. You can use $10 and start leverage trading. You can use $100. You can take it be very conservative and just say, all right, I'm using $10 every time. You end up trading at 100x leverage of $10. If you liquidate $10, it may not be a complete loss for you, and you can consistently do that and then finally pick the right one that ends up moving quite a bit. Out of 10 times, you might end up being right twice and making all of your money off of those two plays. And every time you're wrong, you may lose $80 overall, but then that $10, if you play it the right way, may turn into hundreds of dollars, meaning that that $100 that you started with could be worth so much more in the end. So yeah, definitely go ahead and check that out. If you guys are interested in signing up for Margex, feel free to do so with the link in the chat. I'll provide the link over on Rumble as well, and I'll provide it over on X. All right, let's see. No, what am I doing? There we go. Perfect. All right, thank you guys for being here. Also, I did this thing yesterday that was pretty cool. I guess I maybe shouldn't bring it up today because I might have a video coming out today about it. And I said might have a video coming out today about it, but it seemed pretty cool, and I'll have to bring it up maybe tomorrow to talk about it. But yeah. We have 133 watching and only 17 likes. Yeah, we had 136 liking, and now it shows that we have 36 likes. I would love to get to 100 likes, so definitely hit that like button. Do you think it could be 37,500 or 60,000? I only ask because these numbers are being posted about a lot recently. What are you talking about? Let me see if you have a different text somewhere. Are you talking about XRP being at like 37,500 or 60,000? I mean, people are putting out things. Should we buy XRP? That's up to you. I'm not going to tell you to buy anything. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to tell you what I believe is a position that's going to make a move, but it doesn't mean that you make an investment purely based off of that alone. Like there's so much more that you need to look into yourself before you make that move. But yeah, where would I put $300 now? That's an easy question. I'm just going to continue to put more in XRP. If I have $300, I'm going to put more in XRP. I did just put more money into my Robinhood account for uh, my dividend portfolio. I'm now sitting at about 9,000, like $300 or something. Yeah, $9,370 right now, closing in on the $10,000 mark that I said. I set myself a goal for Robinhood, and I said I would invest to get to a level of $5,000 by the end of the year. And after I hit $5,000, I set myself on that goal to say $10,000, which honestly I thought was kind of unattainable at that time, that I wasn't going to get to $10,000 at all. And if I did get to $10,000, I would be ecstatic. And I'm insanely close to it. I thought that for sure I was only going to see maybe 6,000, at max 7,000. But to see $9,000 and to see the growth that we've had over this past like 2 months or 3 months has been phenomenal for my dividend portfolio. So I can't wait for, that and how much I put towards that, and also the passive income that I can gain with that as well. A lot of what I gain in crypto is probably going to end up going to my dividend portfolio overall. And hopefully we can grow that to a level of like 200 or 300,000 or something like that. Now, I'm not going to sit here and throw absolutely everything because I want to pay off, car loans, mortgages, uh, and student loans as well. So that's something that I want to kind of do first, especially if like I can't sit here and have, 4%, 5%, 6% interest, maybe even more than that, because they did reconsolidate loans. For some reason, they transferred loans from Fed loans over to, other loan servicers. And I think it's just to be able to change that from 3% to like 7%. Um, because most people were locked in at their percentages, which I was locked in at like 2%. Um, so it's literally disgusting to see that right when loans are coming back online and you have to pay your student loans, you're paying 7% interest now. It's like, what in the world? Why do that? Because they want more money? I think that was more of like a government thing, because what they typically do, what banks do, like say with your mortgage, what banks will do is they will sell your mortgage to others, who will maybe give them a little bit more guaranteed versus what you're giving them, and then they'll give you a higher interest rate. I mean, sometimes you're locked in. Most times you're locked into that interest rate, and you'll buy it, and then depending on how frequently you pay the minimum payment that you could pay for the mortgage, your loan may be more. Um, they won't, because it'll be a fixed interest rate, so your loan will be more desirable by some other banks. So if you pay the minimum amount, they are more likely to transfer your loan to somebody else. If you pay an extended amount and pay towards it a lot, more likely than not, they can't sell that loan to anybody else because you're paying so much towards it. But for student loans, if they decide to sell it to another company, it's not fixed anymore. It now has to be converted to whatever the loan amount will be, which is like, instead of 3%, it's now 6 or 7%, which is freaking ridiculous. So, um, but yeah, 99% will sell XRP between $5 and $10. I don't disagree with you. I think there will be levels of where I sell a lot of the position as well, depending on how much I have. Right, if I have 20 or 30,000, right, of XRP, which I don't know exactly how much I have. I want to have a lot. I mean, I'm not saying that 5,000 is a lot for me. I want to have a lot of XRP. So if I'm sitting here spending, five um, or sorry, getting up to like 20,000, 30,000, then yeah, that doesn't hurt to see it at $5,000, or sorry, $5, and then now um, basically getting my initial investment back. So yeah, it doesn't hurt to do that. And taking 10,000 at that level of $5 still opens the door for so much more growth going forward. Yes, it does, maybe take away from what I could gain in the end, but either way, it's something that protects my initial investment early. Um, and it shows so much more ability to grow and so much more potential for my portfolio. So you're right. I think 100% somebody does. Most people will sell at the level of $5 to $10 because it hasn't been there before, um, and it'll be exciting to see what levels or how fast it does increase. Because, like I said, as long as if I have like 20,000, 30,000, yeah, I will take probably 10,000, take my initial investment. Even if I have 20,000, I will take my initial investment, which might be, you know, 5,000 XRP at that point. But, we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Casper is Thosen, IBM, World Economic Forum, Google, Amazon. I will sell a few so I can buy again lower. So I don't know if that will be even the case to where it does drop down heavily. You may be able to buy in lower, but will it be insanely lower? Maybe not. So for me, I'm not selling to buy in again lower. If that does happen, then that's fantastic. But I'm going to basically take some XRP, sell that XRP, and probably throw the excess into, let's say, my dividend portfolio, because it'll be extra, right? If I put a total of 30,000 in there and I'm able to take 50,000, of course I'm going to throw that into my dividend portfolio and keep the rest that's sitting into XRP and letting it thrive. I don't plan on investing heavily within the bull market. So as we are seeing this, below maybe a $2 trillion market cap, I'm looking to acquire as much a cryptocurrency as possible before we see this grow up to a level of not only a $4 or $5 trillion market cap. I want to see this at a level of a 10 or even pushing up to 15 or $20 trillion market cap. But that all depends how much adoption flows into this. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. I know a lot of other people are as well. So, yeah. Let's see what's happening over on Rumble. Joey Rez, good morning. Thank you for being here. Just a video. You only have video? You don't have audio? Is that what you're saying? Joey Rez. Okay, it looks like you do have audio. I maybe I just misunderstood that. But yeah, guys, if you could hit that like button, please do so. It does help out. Someone put 10K question mark. Again, 10K, I believe the level is like the sky's the limit for XRP. I do feel like there's a strong argument to XRP getting to a level of $10,000. There's a strong argument for XRP getting to $1,000. There's strong arguments for XRP getting to, hundreds of billions as well as multiple trillions of dollars worth of a market cap. And I'm here for it, right? I know that people have concerns with the escrow. You never know what's going to happen with the escrow. Know that XRP has a natural deflationary aspect to the position. It's just inflationary because of the fact that they add new XRP every single month. But as you see transactions more that ends up getting burned, it's just not a massive amount in what we expect, right? We expect like, 1% of the volume. That's not the case. It's a very, very, very low percentage. Like, I think the amount that has been burned is like 3 million, 3.8 million total. So you're looking at about 99 billion, 99.9 billion in the max supply. Anyways, let's look at XRP and where it is right now, because we haven't even brought it up on the screen. I'm very cold down here, insanely cold. Actually, let me get my phone. My phone's over there. All right, let me turn up this heat because I am freezing. I'm always freezing down here. Here we go. Turn up the heat. So let's go ahead and look at XRP really quick. So XRP is currently up by 1%. The overall market is up by 1% as well. So we're seeing it at a $1.66 trillion market cap. And like I said, currently seeing XRP at a level of 62 cents, 62.7 or 62.8 cents. Now we are seeing a $33.9 billion market cap. And we're seeing about $1.5 billion worth of volume. Now, I know a lot of people are, I guess, concerned with this portion right here, which would be the 54 billion coins that's in circulation versus the total supply of 99.9 billion coins. They do add 1 billion coins every single month, currently sitting at 54%. Officially sitting at 54%. And again, adding 24 billion, or sorry, 12 billion over a year, you're looking at from where we are to where we will be, adding that 12 billion, we're looking at what, 24% of an inflation overall. Now, who really knows exactly what they're going to do when it comes to introducing or the escrow, if they're going to burn off the escrow, if they're going to be forced to burn off the escrow, I don't know. Or if they're going to see it as a benefit to do so. I still feel like in the end, the 100 billion coins still might not be enough because as you're seeing that consistently push back and forth, you're going to see people that are holding it. You're going to see reasons to have a higher value because you need to be able to do millions upon billions upon maybe even trillions of dollars worth of transactions for everything. So yeah, it's just exciting, and that's what kind of interests me because it's like there's so much that could be done, and it's speculation. Honestly, it is speculation. So to say that it 100% will happen is not the right thing to do, but it is a lot of speculation. But there's a ton of people that do feel the same way. So will it get to $10,000 100%? No. Is that a limit to where it can only get to $10,000? No. Honestly, it could go even higher based on the use, based on a lot of things. And I don't want to completely repeat myself because I've said it probably like 700 times. But yeah, I did want to see what else was moving in the market, not just looking at XRP. Again, if you want to know how much XRP I have now, because I did buy more, I currently have 8,322 XRP in my wallet. And yeah, I'm going to continue to buy more. I don't know if I'll buy more today, but I'm going to continue to buy more. If we look at the entire market, currently the market is at a 1.68. This is $1.68 trillion market cap. So let's go back here. Yeah, $1.68 trillion market cap, up 1% at the moment. So let's look at the Bitcoin dominance, which is currently at 50.3%. I want to see that really, really drop down because the more that altcoins end up picking up and Bitcoin doesn't do anything, the more into altcoin season that we are. If we look at Bitcoin, it's currently again up 1%. Ethereum is up by 2% now. Solana is up by or down over the last 24 hours, but up in the last hour of 2.7%. up to $113.31. I did buy 10 Solana right before it started to run. It was around 65 cents. Went up to about 70, went up to 80, jumped up to 100, did come back down off of 100, but then increased up over 100 up to 125, and now is down to 113. So my overall value of after buying 10 Solana at 60 66 dollars, I had, $660 is now worth $1,130. So it was a great buy. Have a thought on buying the Solana chain? Like buying Solana? Yeah, like I just said, I bought Solana. When $5 to $10 per coin do you think will be? Probably within the the bull market. I think we'll see that start to flourish, but throughout we'll see XRP become a lot more valuable. Throughout the bullish market and even going into the bearish market, I believe it still will have a firm use, a firm place, um, in the different economies. So I feel like it's not going to be something that does lose a ton of value. And I honestly don't think crypto will lose a ton of value with the amount of traditionalists that are looking to get in to kind of control the ebbs and flows of the market, because that's basically what they're looking to do. And I think this is the time where if you are not in during this bull run, um, you miss a lot. I mean, you miss the chance to become multi-millionaires with a lot of these positions with only investing tens of thousands of dollars. Um, but, sorry, but for things like Bitcoin, things like Solana and AVAX and all of these top players, um, these are going to be ones that do move so much and then start to become steady because you're going to have different NFTs or EFTs that are, created. ETFs. Why do I say EFTs? New ETFs that are created for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, for even Solana, and maybe even XRP, and just the overall market. You're going to see ETFs that are created for more of a consolidated market with different sectors, just like you see with the stock market, where if you go into, let's say you go into the stock market and you look up a certain ETF, like it's going to be Charles Schwab dividend equity ETF. You would look to see what it includes, and you have individual positions. You're going to have the financial sector, technology, healthcare. You're going to have the same thing within crypto, where they have an ETF just built off of different cryptocurrencies that they invest into. So just like them investing into, gold and oil and whatever, right? Natural resources, all of these different things, you're now able to do that as well and have an ETF that primarily invests into cryptocurrency and it gives you a value based off of how much is invested there into different spots, whether it's like primarily Bitcoin, and then you have some that's in AVAX or some that's in different sectors, like a gaming sector or more of a data sector or whatever, and you'll end up seeing the traditionalists. You end up seeing the steady movement rather than the more fluctuation. So while we're seeing, a crazy increase and then a 60% drop, and we have the ability to buy at this 60% drop, and it ends up increasing even higher, double what it was over that high. And now there's a lot of people that are gaining way too much. And I'm sure that they want to get a handle on this and control this and see this have a consistent 10% return, just like the stock market. But if you're in it now, if you're in the crypto market now, this is where you now can establish yourself as a heavy crypto investor, as the early crypto investor, even though you're not super early like other people were, where if you invested back then, you have like billions worth of gains, right? You are the billionaire versus the millionaire. Billionaire versus the hundred millionaire or multi-millionaire where we currently stand. And then after that, you get to a point where you can make maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then it gets to a point to where it's consistently gaining about 10%. So just understand that we are at a level where we're at a turning point where we're not the earliest investors, but we are still early within the market because we saw that massive drop. If you were in it before it even got to $1 trillion market cap, those I would consider early investors. Even if you got into it at this lowest point where Ethereum was at 800, if you had money to invest at those points and Ethereum's at $800, um, you see Bitcoin that's at 15,000, and you see XRP that's at a level of like 30 cents, even though that was a lot lower, you're still at a low area to make so much money in the end and be a bigger part of cryptocurrency and be that multi-hundred millionaire during that time period, during the growth phase that we end up seeing. So I can't wait to see what happens. I know there's going to be multi-millionaires that are created, even billionaires that are created up to these high points. And like I said, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see all of the different success stories that are out there. And I hope that Terra Luna Classic finds its way. I put out a tweet earlier today, just recently actually, about you know, us getting on the same page. I think that anybody that's invested into Terra Luna Classic needs to understand that we need to come together as a community. We've been so divided, where people care about the burn tax, don't care about the burn tax, only care about the path forward and repegging and whatever. I think we need to take it one step at a time. And while I'm a big fan of the 1.2% burn tax, I'm also a huge fan of, seeing the chain survive. And I want to have some sort of compromise, some sort of level of compromise. And I want that to be the case everywhere. I believe that now we just won't see 1.2% pass. So we just stop going with the 1.2% and we just flow on what we have, which is 0.5%. And they accept 0.5%, we accept 0.5%. Now we can go to exchanges and say, look, this is what our plan is. You guys have all of the volume. We need to make sure that we survive within this chain. We have 99% support, and everybody will push to get CEXs to start burning, right? That's kind of the vision that we need to have. And we need to have that pushed by everybody, right? Not saying that it needs to be like, hey, we'll boycott your exchange if you don't do it. No, ask politely. Look, we need to do this because the chain survival depends on it, and we have a plan to implement the tax everywhere. And once we implement the tax everywhere, we can now see the chain have a path forward and burn down that supply, get back to where it was, algorithm wise, repeg wise, so many different things. So that's kind of where I stand with that. But it's all up to the community if they agree on it. I've seen some people that just don't agree. I haven't checked out the comments yet, but I've seen some people that don't agree, and I just want to see everybody, get on the same page. Like marriage, right? I'm used to it because I've been married for so long. Marriage is about compromising, right? And while you may feel like you're right, while you may feel like you do things a certain way, you need to have some sort of compromise in between. And Erica and I do it all the time. A successful marriage does it all the time. You got to make sure you're there for the other person as well. But just compromising. Maybe sometimes there's levels to where you don't want to do the dishes, but it's compromise. You do the dishes, she does the dishes. You do the dishes, she does whatever. Right? That's that. And we see that same thing within any community. If you have a disagreement, we don't agree on a tax, we don't agree on a 1.2% tax because you believe it'll stifle volume. We believe that it will get us to the repeg state further or quicker. We need some sort of middle ground, and we'll find that middle ground. So I believe we were able to find that middle ground by actually getting the 0.5% there. And let's focus on now exchanges to burn 0.5%. It may take a little bit longer than what we expected, but if we see more volume, we could potentially see it burn off faster. So while I said a 1.2% could end up burning off in 88 days, and we could see $1 in 88 days if we really put our minds to it and we really focused on these exchanges and everything there, we could do it. It may just be double that amount. It may just be 176 days. Am I doing that math correctly? 176 days instead of 88 days, or it might be 200 days, or it might be 2 years. But the point is that we have a path forward, right? So, yeah. Let's look at some things that are moving heavily within the market. We have Bitcoin SV that's up 25%. We have Polygon that is up 18%. We have Mina that's up 17%. Render, so RNDR, that's up to $5.10. So that's great to see. It's up 16% in the last 7 days. It's up to $5.10, which is phenomenal. 10% in the last 24 hours. So the people that are invested in Render, congratulations. I think I have one over in my Kraken portfolio. Let me exit out of here and then bring up my Kraken portfolio. I believe I have one. I wish that Kraken did a better job with like percentages that are gained, because honestly, it's not really giving me that. Let's see, RNDR, do I have it? Did I not buy it? Let me type it in, and then I'll bring it up. RNDR. So no, it looks like I haven't bought it. I thought that I bought it because I was going to take one, because I like to take the amount that I have and like buy certain positions. Like currently, I have $25 that's sitting in there that I haven't done anything with, and I think I'm going to either buy like Anchor or OMG Network or something. I just haven't made that move yet. I might buy Cosmos. I like where Cosmos is at a level of $12. I also could buy the Graph, Moon River. That's where I took my position out of the last time. I decided to, sell some of that. Algorand is a good play, but should I make a move into that? I think I should. I'm gonna throw. Should I throw another 25 into Algorand? I'm trying to think what I should throw that 25 into, because it's just sitting there, and I don't like it just sitting there. Phantom, Dent, Gala Games, Terra Classic. I could do Terra Classic and then have 100,000 just in case we find a way to get to, that level of like, maybe $10 or $100 or all-time highs, because then 100,000 at $100, I'm adding, so at 100,000 at $1 or 100,000 at $10, I'm looking at $1 million. So if it finds a way to get back to those levels where we see things that do flourish, of course I'm going to sell a lot of my position and have a certain amount over there, but the amount that I have over here could be massive. So I think what I'm going to do is buy a little bit of this, maybe buy like 5,000 or $5 worth. I think that'll get me to where I need to get to, about 100,000 Terra Luna Classic, just to hold in the end. So let me buy some. Buy Terra Luna Classic. Buy $5 worth. It's going to get me 32,000. It'll get me over 100,000. I'll review it, and we will purchase it. It'll cost me 7 cents in order to buy. So buying that, currently I have 112,000 Terra Luna Classic there, which again, that's for the end. It's not for right now. It's for the end. OMG. I'm thinking about purchasing that because I would like to have a lot. I feel like that can get up to a level of $20+ easily with only 140 million in supply and being offered on Coinbase. Did delist it, and now you're looking at it on only the Coinbase wallet. So that's something you have to take into account, and that's the reason why I haven't bought more OMG Network. I talked about this on my Patreon, and I think that this is going to be a good position, but it's just not available on Coinbase at the moment. Anchor is a good play. I could possibly get into that, but I already have $1,000 worth over on Coinbase, so we'll see. Algorand, again, good play. I could probably get another like 20, because if it gets to a value of $1, then I have $100 there, even though I have $23 invested there. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best move. Fetch.ai, not a bad one. XRP. See, I'm consistently buying more XRP over on my Coinbase wallet. I feel like I don't really need to buy any more XRP over here, because while I had 2,000 over there, my plan was to take 2,000 the 2,000 XRP and make some moves with it, and then in the end I would have 100 over here for Ripple. And honestly, I don't think that I need that, because I have 8,000 XRP there, and I'm going to buy more. So yes, Daniel, I bet you 100K Caspa, 100K that Caspa will reach higher than XRP. You bet $100,000. I guarantee you're not going through with that. So I wouldn't even take that bet. Not because like you end up getting scared and taking that bet, but that's absurd. That's absurd, because I know that you wouldn't follow through. $100,000 worth of a bet, there's no way that you would follow through, because you would be nowhere to be found if that was the case. 100%, bro. No, there's no. Matt, Ben doesn't believe in XRP. I mean, that's fine if people don't believe in XRP, but don't throw unrealistic bets that you can't hold up, in the chat. I don't want to get you out of here. I don't want to have to, get you out of here. I'm a moderator might do that. Not saying, like, you can disagree all that you want, but there's no way possible. I do not believe, not even close to a single chance that Caspa is going to be worth more than XRP. And what's probably crazy is that he probably holds XRP. What's the price where XRP reaches that you stop buying? Honestly, I want to buy as much as I can before it reaches $1. Um, that's where I want to continue to purchase, and then I will stop purchasing at that. So if I have 30,000, that will be the level that I hold, and it will be $12,000, whatever $1,000 worth at that moment. I want to invest more than what I've invested in. It might be even more than that. I want to invest more than what I invested in CRO. I want to continue to buy XRP. Everything else that I hold is fine. I have my Terra Luna Classic that I'm not going to increase my cost basis. I have Jasmine that I'm not going to increase my cost basis. I have Krill Coin, Farm Coin. I have CRO that I'm not going to increase my cost basis or buy anymore. I'm going to obviously gather more as time goes on, but right now I have about 80, I want to say 88 or 89. It might even be closer to 90,000 CRO, even after giving away CRO. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm there with that, but then also with ADA, I have what I need. Solana, I'm not buying anymore. Grok, I'm not buying anymore. I want to see that flourish as well. What else? I'm not 100% sure what else. So we will see. Any Tectonic? I don't have any Tectonic. Get some Tectonic and vault it. Yeah, I don't have any Tectonic. I don't want to. I'm not saying I don't want to buy it, but I don't want to buy it. Guys, we have 199 people here. If you could hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Joey Rez. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Joey Rez. And anybody else that's watching. We have 32 people that are watching, and we have like no chats over on Rumble. 32 people, and people are just watching or listening, which honestly is great. I would love to see that there are more chats over there and go back and forth. but it's still great to know that um, my show or live stream has like kind of listenable ability, right? I don't think that's really the way I wanted to say that. Has more of a podcast listen feel to it, than just like people that can chat, or even people that just want to watch and have it on in the background. I don't know, but to know that that's how people will watch it is still great, because it means that I'm providing some type of value, um, just audio wise, and I could have honestly something on Spotify or something like that without a visual and still end up, um, you know, seeing a lot of people that listen in. I love the newfound push for XRP. Well, thank you, Brian. Yeah, I think there has to be a major play. There has to be a major play that everybody's a part of, and I think a lot of people will pick Bitcoin. A lot of people will pick Ethereum or Solana, and I see it all over the place. But I really don't have a true direction in what I'm trying to focus on. But then again, I always go back to the fact that I want it to have a heavy use in society. And if it has a heavy use, it would be through something like a transaction based or world currency, right? So it gets me really excited. Which do you think will run first, Jasmy, Grok, or CRO? Um, so that's a good question. You always want to know what will run first, because if you do know what runs first, you can take some of those gains and throw it into one of the other ones. So I think Grok might end up taking a little bit, unless somehow we get this account unsuspended. I think Grok will end up taking a little bit. CRO probably has the most potential, I would say, there to run first. Jasmy Coin, as you're getting into the first quarter, which is the fourth quarter for them, the first quarter where we have the lockup that's going to happen. We don't know exactly where it's going to happen, so it kind of will have more of a speculation run type of thing. But I think CRO should probably run before that. I feel like it needs to pick up and get back to a level of 25 cents, back to 30 and 40 cents like it was before, back to previous levels. You're currently still only at, about close to 10% of what the all time high is, meaning that CRO has yet to have that run and it has less supply than it had before. So, yeah, I would say CRO. What is the max price you think XRP will hit after the halving? Right after the halving? Um, Honestly, I don't know. I'd probably say I would be looking for a $5 level, but then as time goes on, we'd be looking for a lot higher of a level. But I can't say what the max price. Probably the max price that I could see is like $10. That's the max price that I could see before, um, like right after the halving. But there's always a chance that we could be, a lot less, a lot lower than that, you know, because um, I think we're going to have those pushes later, in the year, but you never really know how much adoption and how much push we're going to have from the ETFs. Matt, what do you think of the prices might be for Lunic and Shin by the halving, or Shib? What I think the prices will be for Lunic and Shib, if that's what you're trying to say, um, by the halving. So I don't know if Terra Luna Classic really runs with Bitcoin. We haven't really seen that level of like comparison, and I guess maybe I should do that, but we haven't seen that level of comparison. So I would say that it's not really like a coin where we focus on that portion of it. But I think Terra Luna Classic can definitely get back to, 0.000400005 at some of those levels, and then maybe even push up to a level where we see the drop zero, but we know that it will resist from that drop zero.
Paul Condor donated $2 super chat. What about Mina?
Okay, let's check that out. So I haven't.
Paul Condor donated $2 for super chat. What about Mina?
Is that two? Oh, so you sent it twice. Well, thank you for the super chats. I appreciate it. I was waiting for the text to speech to pop up. But when it comes to Mina, I haven't actually looked into it heavily. I was looking into it when it was moving before. Right now it's up, 17% currently, and other people have made money from it. And it looks like something that could definitely be a money maker. Like I said, I just don't have it. Like I haven't invested into it. Now you are looking at a circulating supply of 1 billion. While you have the total supply of 1 billion, you do have an unlimited max supply. So with that unlimited max supply means that there is unlimited dilution that can come into play. I'm not 100% sure if they've had a ton of dilution in the past, and also how long they've really been available. We've been seeing this since 2021, where it was at a level of 90 cents, and here it was at a level of $6 and sorry, 90 cents, $9.90, and here was at a level of $6 or so, $6.20 of a high. But let's look at that compared to the market cap. If we look at that compared to the market cap, where this currently was at a level of $6, it was at a $1.7 billion market cap, meaning that where we currently stand at a $1.4 billion market cap, there was a lot of dilution within it. Now, I'm not 100% sure if the total supply was sitting at this 1.1 billion, but it would be different if it was at way less, meaning that they consistently add more to the overall max supply. And if they add more to the max supply by minting more or adding more, then you have a little bit of an issue to where you are always going to have that dilution that comes into play. Now, if it could be worth or usable, let's say it could be something that's comparable to like a Bitcoin in the form of value, in the form of, market cap, well, then you start opening the door for what this could be. So a fully diluted market cap, while they have it at a $1.5 billion fully diluted market cap, honestly, the fully diluted market cap should be kind of infinite, right? It should be an infinite level because you never know exactly how much is going to be added. Now, if you do know, please let me know that they only add a certain amount at certain periods and times. But it's something that does, truly worry me there. But in the short term, everything is introduced, and you're seeing the growth, which means that you're seeing the volume. You're seeing multiple hundreds of millions of dollars worth of volume. And it is on Coinbase. It is on Binance, I believe. So the S tier exchanges. And you also have tier 1 exchanges and 68 other places that you can purchase it. So if you see the potential and where this can go up to a level of maybe a $2 billion market cap or $10 billion market cap, then, we're ready to see that happen. I don't know when that place was, when it did drop down. This looks like it was in November of 2021, where everything else has dropped down. So it has seen sort of these high points. I got to turn off this air because now I'm hot. And my camera might overheat. But I do get super cold down here. It's like the air shuts off. Like the air will shut off and then it just automatically gets like super cold. And maybe it's just me. Looks like ADA is up. It's showing ADA is up 5%. So let's check ADA out. Cardano, I guess that's wrong. Or I guess it was up 5% at 5 in the morning, but now is not up 5% at all. It's up 0.5%. So things look like they're coming down in the last hour. We see Solana down by 1.5%, down by 1.5% over the day. 192 people here, guys. If you can hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, remember, if you guys want to start trading with Margex, honestly, this is a great platform to where you can actively trade positions, and you could start with, let's say, $10 in USD. If you wanted to have $10 in USD or whatever, you can start trading, Ethereum. You can use Ethereum as a form of leverage, and leverage your Ethereum to buy XRP, or leverage your Ethereum to buy Bitcoin and trade Bitcoin. And then um, as you end up trading, you can receive more Ethereum in the end as you do use Ethereum as leverage, which is pretty cool. But then you can also get up to, or trade up to 100x leverage. You can trade 50x leverage on XRP, 100x leverage on Bitcoin. You can buy and short the market if you guys are confident in buying and shorting. And you could trade $10 if you wanted to and get it at 100x leverage if you really wanted to. So honestly, it's pretty interesting. It's very, very interesting. So definitely check this out. The link is in the chat, pinned to the top of the chat. It's also in the description. I'm so hungry. I'm on another level of hunger right now. And I gotta push through it, because typically I do intermittent fasting, but when I eat like the day before, I kind of ruin it, and I get super hungry the next day. Especially, I think the dinner that we ate at like 5 o'clock, so I didn't eat anything else afterwards. Bro, please answer me. Is Luna gonna hit 50 cents anytime soon? I wouldn't say anytime soon, no. What about SHIB by the halving? So SHIB, I think, has the popularity to just run out of nowhere and will do that. But SHIB, I think it all depends on kind of the burns, because the community has sort of not given up, but has more or less moved on. So while people are still holding SHIB, they also are holding much less, and they are looking to invest into things like into things like Pepe and Grok and Bonk and all these other things that are there. So it depends on the burns. It depends on the support that comes from the ecosystem dev team, because we've given it so much from the community standpoint, and we need to see the ecosystem dev team do something. Would that mean Shiv kind of follows the same path as Lunik? I don't think so. I think SHIB follows its own path, but definitely follows more under Ethereum. And that there, you said eat less. I usually eat less. I don't eat as much. But once I get to a point where, let's say it's the morning time, and I'm making the kids breakfast, and I'm making like sausage or something. My camera shut off. Um, if I'm making sausage or something, then yeah, I need to, like, I'm gonna go ahead and eat some of that, and eat some pancakes or something. I made some amazing banana pancakes. I think it was this. I haven't made banana pancakes in forever. I would always make traditional flavored pancakes, um, but I made banana pancakes, and they were amazing. They were the best breakfast that I've had in a while. My wife likes sausage. Interesting. I just opened a long on Lunik. Let's see if it will stay flat or sideways. Yeah, I'm always interested in that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and make a move on something. I just gotta find something that's kind of low, and also see how the market is moving. Because right now the market is kind of positive. And so if I refresh, you see the market that's kind of positive, but it looks like it's starting to come back from that 1.6, or sorry, yeah, 1.6% increase. But then again, that could also be something completely different, um, where it's just the 24-hour cutoff. Did you see my portfolio, Matt? I think I saw a little bit of it. I just didn't respond to it. I was busy yesterday. So, let me go ahead and I would say let me go ahead and check it now. But let me bring up a different X. Good morning, Matt. Have you heard or have looked into LimeWire? I've seen bits and pieces of it actually on crypto.com. They've pushed a lot of LimeWire, but well, it's been pushed because it's been moving quite a bit. But I haven't actually dove into it on like a live stream or anything like that. But I've seen the gains that have come from LimeWire, at least from what Crypto.com shows me within the home screen. So, have I heard of LimeWire when it comes to what LimeWire truly is or was? Yes, I've heard of LimeWire. And currently it sits at about $18.5 million dollars, and you're seeing about $2 million dollars worth of volume, 37 cents at the current moment. You're seeing 50 million coins that are available, 50 million tokens that are available. Overall supply is 90 or 910 million. So you have a lot of dilution potential within it. And that's something that I don't understand, or not that I don't understand. I I know what they're doing, and typically you have less supply to begin with. As you add more supply, um, throughout time, it dilutes the overall position for investors. It doesn't really feel good, but for the actual cryptocurrency, you're able to create funding and being able to sell some of that to create funding for other exchanges and things of that nature, especially if you're sitting at an $18 million market cap, right? So it's available on KuCoin, on Gate.io, Uniswap, Kraken, um, you know, LBank, Bitmart. And I don't know the schedule to dilute the position, whether it will be aggressive or will be something that happens in the long run. I'm not 100% sure. I like the fact that there is 50 million. I don't like the fact that there's 910 million left that's out there. So that's something that does bother me a little bit, but I have seen the potential. I've seen a little bit of the growth in what we've seen over in crypto.com. So, yeah. Oh, shoot. Uh, have you heard anything? I just hit my knee and it hurts now a lot since you can't see what I did. Um, any info on BTC ETF token? So I haven't heard a crazy amount on it. I've been trying to figure out what's going on. I have been hit up quite a bit where people are like, "Hey, so you're scamming now or whatever. Like I can't access the website, and now I have no coins or whatever." I don't know what has happened with people that stake with them or staked with them. I know for the people that hold BTC ETF, um, you actually still have your coins that are available. The website is down at the moment. I guess it's been taken down. And then the Twitter account has also, every time you go and log into it, which I've never seen on Twitter, they're like, there's some weird things that are happening with this account. Do you still want to visit it and all that? And I'm like, that's a little weird to have that warning. And with the amount of advertising that they have been doing and the amount of money that they have spent on this, it makes no sense for it to be that way. Now, from the things that I've heard, and it's going through like the grapevine, and I'm not 100% on it, is that they're looking at there may have been something that might have been messed up with it, and they're looking at more of a V2 rather than the V1 that they did have, and maybe there was a little bit of an issue with like the coding and stuff like that. But I'm telling them if they are looking to do that, then that would be something that kind of takes away from the I don't know the growth potential in people that are invested in people that believe in that position because it's so early on, and that means that you would have messed up right from the start, even though you had all that time to really fix everything. So I'm not 100% sure exactly what's happening there, but all I know is that as I go into different things, um, I gotta find where it is because I did bring it up. I'll have to X out my screen just for a second until we can bring um, this up. So I'm gonna bring this up really quick just so you have something there. But I gotta go into different things here. So I'm going to go into BTC ETF, and I'm gonna go into the contract. I'm gonna bring up the address, and I'm also gonna type in Dex Tools. Dex Tools. And then I'm going to grab BTC ETF's contract and I'm going to paste it in Dex Tools. And I'm going to show you guys that liquidity is still there. It is down as you see it. And we'll look at that. We'll look at everything there and we'll try and kind of get a sense of what's going on. So if you go into, let's say you go into MetaMask and you go into BTC ETF, you go into BTC ETF and you click up here, you're going to go into, it's Etherscan, it's contract. And when I go into the contract, you're going to see that there's still 4,123 holders. You still have whatever the max supply actually is, which is around 2 billion total coins. You also go into the holders and you see that you have 25%, 25%, 20% that's in a contract address, and you have a larger wallet of about 8%. With the amount of money that has gone in here, it doesn't make sense to really do that. The amount of advertising that they spent on doing this, literally thousands upon like maybe even millions of dollars on different advertising on various websites like CoinMarketCap, on websites like uh, I don't know, a lot of other websites, crypto websites, different YouTubers as well, different things that it comes like CoinGecko, Twitter, just so many different things.
Donated $2 through Super Chat.
Thank you.
Also, what about JTO?
Well, thank you for that super chat. I'll get into that in a couple of seconds. I'm just gonna go through this really quick. So yeah, that's where we're standing with that. And when it comes to the overall position, when you go into Dex Tools, you're going to see that it's still available. It's currently at 59% of a penny. Yes, it is down 11% on the day. We did see it increase from where it started at. It ended up increasing a little bit, did dive down, but then jumped and started to really rise up and get up to a level of 0.0009, right? Before now starting to decrease in the price. And getting down to this point, I believe, and now has broken down a little bit lower. So currently sitting at about a $6 million market cap with $450,000 worth of liquidity, which is honestly okay. When you look at the total market cap, 12.45 million. I guess you don't have all of the supply that's out there. Total 2 billion supply. Circulating supply is about 1 billion. So you have about half that is out there within the position. Now, the DEX score is still 99%. The contract verified. You're looking at a buy tax. It does have a 5% sell tax, proxy contract. I do want to look into, do they have an audit at all? Because I like to look into all of this stuff just to make sure things are clear. But obviously, it was very difficult to even do that. So I don't see any audit that's on here. I always like to know, what's the audit? Do we have an audit? These audits result in automatic carried out by the entity external to Dex Tools. I want to see an audit from someone else though. Here, check this audit. So is it a honeypot? No, it's not a honeypot. It's not a honeypot. Buy tax, you do have a buy tax. It says that it's unknown within here. I did want to check out Token Sniffer, but I think it's still pending the review. So that's a little bit of an issue. But right now, I mean, you still have the information that's out there. It's still available. It's just the website, I guess, is down. And you're not able to access, maybe so if I go on the web, it's not giving me the website. If you go on Twitter, I believe it basically gives me a warning. Maybe not, because it did give me a warning before. But the last thing that they had that was pinned was the 21st, and the last thing that they had here was 53 minutes ago, right? Highlighting the third major milestone for BTC ETF. This step will further cement the marketing influence. So, honestly, this is kind of like advertisement, I guess, for BTC ETF in a way, just talking about it. But we're trying to understand what's going on, and I want to see within the comments to see if somebody says something. Already broke my heart into pieces. Uh, let's go. The project is a scam. What are people saying about that? And is there any comments associated with that? You can buy and sell on Uniswap. Message we're experiencing any issues below. That's not true. Don't get tricked by those things. Hi there, we understand your concern. We apologize. This is not true either. This is also not true. So they're trying to scam people. Not BTC ETF. You honestly don't know what's happening there. So, anyways, that's what I had. That's all the info that I had. I've been looking into things, but I haven't seen anything that's blaring. The only thing that I've seen was that the website is down. So take that for whatever it's worth. Matt should check out Gorilla. It looks like a cool project. So I have made a video on Gorilla already. And as I saw that, I saw the opportunity that was in it. So yes, I see Gorilla. How many Bonk coins do you hold? How many coins do I hold? I hold about $300 worth. So it's currently is sitting at it's down $30 right now. I hold 16,800. And I'm in no rush to let go of that position or do anything with that position. API 3 is, up $53 for me. I invested, about $150 or something like that. $140. I don't know. Something. Also, H bar is up quite a bit. That's up $78. I think I only invested like 100 into that. So that's phenomenal to see. But somebody asked me about a different position through a super chat. Thank you, Paul, for that super chat. Let's look at JTO. Is that Jitto? So yeah, I talked about Jitto and the possibility of larger gains that are there. This came after the fact that you saw like Celestia that really started to run. And once Celestia really ran, I know things like Pyth and Jitto were catching a lot of attention. And thank you for your 5th super chat on a live stream. I appreciate that. BTC ETF moved to a .io website. Did they? That might be the missing piece that we have there. So I might have to change the thing there. So we'll see. I just don't know why they don't have that listed on. Maybe it just updated and they don't have it listed on CoinMarketCap. So we'll have to check that out. But Jitto currently sitting at a 288 $million market cap with $120 million worth of volume. It is available on Binance, on Coinbase, on Bybit. It has S tier exchanges, tier 1 exchanges, OrangeX as well. I don't know what to classify that, whether that is a tier 1 exchange or not. We typically see millions of dollars that are going through that. And I've been trying to get them to burn Terra Luna Classic, but they're gaining more and more traction as time goes on. So yeah. But yeah, you have MEXC, you have Binance, you have OrangeX, you have Gate.io, KuCoin, you have Coinbase. So it has all the different places that are available. The only thing that bothers me, again, dilution. 11.5% of the supply is out there versus the 1 billion. So you have 100 million coins that are out there versus the 1 billion coins total. So yes, the only thing you can factor into that is that dilution is not going to come right away. Dilution may come later down the line, meaning that you have a lot of room to gain a decent amount of money. Sorry, I'm stretching. You have a lot of room to gain a decent amount of money throughout this position before dilution actually happens. Because it may be like a year from now to where you actually see that. It's just the dilution always, scares me. So yeah. Um, but it shows a lot of potential moving forward. Especially, I believe it has its own, or no, it's created on the Solana chain. For some reason, I thought it had its own blockchain. Unless it does have its own blockchain. How do I know that for sure? Because typically, when something cross bridges, you have that contracts where it does cross between chains. But is it a coin or is it a token? Ah, Jito is a network major contributor to the Solana ecosystem through its Jito Soul, a liquid staking pool, and it's a collection of MEV products. So yeah, you can exchange their Soul for Jito Soul. In return, holders maintain liquidity or Sol's liquidity and DeFi opportunities while earning a yield from staking. Jito Sol uniquely provides its holders with an additional rewards from transaction revenue associated with MEV extraction uh, on Solana. So yeah, I mean, for some reason I thought it had its own blockchain. I don't know. I never looked into like the actual breakdown of that, but every time I hovered over it, which was a couple of times, but yeah, it may have some potential, especially where we are, because I believe this is kind of closer to the lower points. Yeah, from we saw $4 and 30 cents, and now we're currently down to about $2.50. Matt, I don't want to take your time because I know you're giving effort to everyone. So please let me know when you do check my portfolio, just your opinion on what could change, and I can make a decision. I think I was in the middle of checking in, then I just like didn't. So you have what a total of you have a total of 230 or something. And you also have $2 in Jasmine. So um, I think your portfolio is cool. I think what you have in Terra Luna Classic, what you have in Ripple, so you're slowly making a move into cryptocurrency. Because right now you have about 200, I would say $30, and 150 of that is in Terra Luna Classic, and that I believe was the Terra Luna Classic I gave you, right? Um, so I think 1.6 million SHIB. I think you would have a long way to go if you're looking to like become insanely wealthy. If you're looking to gain just
Isaac
consistent
Lee
gains.
donated $5 through Super Chat.
Give me a second.
Hi, Matt. Any thoughts on Creo? Super low cap and in a food category.
I'll have to look into that in a second. I'm also going to bring up my screen in like a couple of minutes, or maybe like right after I go through this. So I think you do have a low portfolio. I think hopefully you're consistently investing into certain plays. I don't think it's a bad portfolio. It is meme coin heavy. So you don't really have a ton that's into like utility like projects. But it's always great to have those meme coins, things that are or potentially could run a lot more. Um, but you have a very low amount in those plays. And I think you having $51 in Ripple is good. That shows that majority of your portfolio, besides Terra Luna Classic, which Terra Luna Classic could be a utility coin as well, depending on what the burn rate is and all that stuff there. Um, so Ripple having $51 in Ripple is good. Hopefully, you consistently add to either that or add some to maybe like ADA or another play like AVAX or something like that, right? CRO. But I think you need more utility level projects. If you're going to invest $5 here, $5 there, I would suggest definitely finding those different projects to do that. Because you don't just want to be like, meme coin heavy. While I do have Pepe and I do have Bonk and I do have Shib, they are not even close to a large percentage of my portfolio. The largest percentage of my portfolio probably would be CRO, which I consider more of a utility project. And then comes Jasmy Coin, which I can also consider a more popular utility project. But then you also have XRP, you have ADA. A lot of the bigger positions that I do hold are more of the higher positions in the form of utility. So I suggest probably going that route a little bit more, but still investing little bits and pieces into some of these meme plays that have a potential outcome. I think the largest money that I invested into a meme play was definitely Grok at like $4,000 or so. So if I'm investing $4,000 into Grok and I've invested nowhere near that into any other meme play, Pepe, I invested like $170. Bonk, I invested $300. Shiba Inu, I invested multiple thousands of dollars. That was probably the biggest. And then Dogecoin, I invested maybe $100 to make well over $1,000 from it. So every meme coin that I got into, I didn't actually invest a crazy amount into. I only invested a smaller amount into those plays. But a lot of the plays that I have invested into, I wouldn't consider a Terra Luna Classic a meme coin. It's a popular position that owns its own blockchain, that has its own blockchain. So it's not something that you really look at as like a token that's created under Ethereum or that's created under Solana or that's created under BNB or anything like that. So majority of the positions that I have are utility based, honestly. But then again, I have other ones that are outside of the top 100 or outside the top 200 that could be still utility based, but right now we're more in the early stages. So hopefully that helps. Let me go ahead and address this super chat really quick. So thank you, Isaac, for the $5 super chat. Any thoughts on Creo? What is that? Haven't seen that. So I think this is the position. Give me a second. Let me turn on this camera. All right. So you said it's in a food category. So currently we're looking at 26. I always like to look at the circulating supply. Currently we're looking at 26% or 29% of the circulating supply, looking at about 296 million Creo. Hopefully I'm saying that right. The total amount is 1 billion. So it's not, ridiculous, but it's also at a higher point to where you need to see this get to $1 billion of a market cap in order to reach that $1 price point. Now, if we look at the currently where it is at 14.6 million or $2 million in volume. If we look at the amount of places that you can buy this position, you're going to see that's available on MEXC, on Bitmart, on CoinStore, and 14 other places. So not really any major like tier one exchanges or S tier exchanges, but it does see millions of dollars, within this position. And let's see, you said it's in a food category. Hopefully I'm looking at the right one, which means create also means I believe Spanish essence engine to aim and create the best crypto gaming platform. This is gaming. You said it's in a food category. Is that the right one? Is this the right one? Studios of gaming and testnet to platforms, commitment to quality and innovation. Yeah, I don't see anything about food. It's in the gaming industry. Oh, good category, which is gaming. Okay. I was like, it's in a food category. What? This is not food. So yeah, it's in a gaming category, I guess. And it definitely looks interesting. Yeah, being in a gaming category is 100% going to make things fly or make it fly because of the fact that it is gaming, and I think gaming will be huge within the crypto market within this next bull run here. Um, but like I said, you have the supply that you have to worry about. If we want to look at the overall where this has been, so it's been up to a 6 cents price, 6 cent price before, and we saw this all the way down to about 10% of a penny, which honestly would have been a decent gain even from there all the way up to here. But currently sitting at about 4.5 or sorry, 4.9, almost 5 cents. Um, but has gone from this low level of 10% of a penny in November all the way up to where we are right now, which is honestly amazing to see. Now, if we look at market cap, it's not going to show us that detail. If we look at the last month, again, this has risen from that point where it's up 3,673%. You would have made a 36x. Um, is that correct? Yeah, because it would have been a 10x up to 1,000. So it would have been a 36x on this play in a matter of a month or so, maybe a little over a month. Right? Because if you're looking at 1 month, yeah, you would have gained a 36x in a matter of a month. These are the plays that you want to try and find, but it's very tough to find those plays because you don't know what's going to absolutely explode, and you need a reason to why it will be a larger gain. But honestly, it's already risen up to a level of this, 5 cent area, and I'm not saying it's done here. It's currently at a $14 million market cap, and this meaning that it has a lot more room for growth. Now, be careful of the dilution. Just be careful that they don't have a dilution schedule that will dilute within the process of where we are right now. Because again, it's up 37 now, 37, you know, 100%, 3,700%, 3,721% in a matter of a month. So, taking that leap would be risking buying at more of the top point. So if you are going to take that leap, I wouldn't sit here and tell you to invest everything that you have, but make sure you do your research if you believe it's going to invest a lot further. It hasn't really had any type of retracement since increasing to even a level of 2 cents, which is honestly, if you look at it this level, you would have to 10x from there to get to 1 cent, not only to get to 2 cents, right? So yeah, I think that's phenomenal to see. Absolutely phenomenal. Thoughts on Gary Token, a streaming app, 100 million users. I think I've heard a couple of things about this. I've heard this brought up multiple times, and I think I've already given my thoughts on this play. Let me exit the screen. Give me a second, and I'll bring my screen back up. Come on. And we'll bring up Gary. Is it on? Yeah, Gary Network. Currently sitting at a $10 million market cap, $10.7 million market cap. The volume to market cap ratio looks pretty good, seeing it at 15 or 16%. I would imagine you don't really have any type of major markets that's available on. It seems like you do have Orange X. It's like Orange X has everything. Um, you have Gate.io, you have Orca, you have um, Bing X, you have KuCoin, which is, I believe, a tier one platform. OKX, you can probably consider that as well. HTX as well with 400,000, but overall, $1.7 million worth of volume and $10 million of a market cap. You do have, again, lower supply, 27%, meaning that you have about a billion coins, a billion Gary that is available. And if we look at the markets, we look at, we look at the overall movement. We've seen this from a level of like 85 cents down here to 3 cents or 4 cents, which means that we probably had a major amount of dilution from where it was. It seems like it was at a higher point right here and has slowly kind of decreased. But have we seen any major? It looks like we haven't seen any major dilution within the position. If I might add something to it, so yeah, I'll tell you, it is down 96% from the high point or from the starting point within all history, and that's not really the best sign. And if you have a major exchange like KuCoin and not seeing the volume that KuCoin should provide, that's not a good sign either. So hopefully that can pick up. I'm always trying to be optimistic in every single scenario. So I got to take down that tree over here. I got to take down that tree. I took down the tree upstairs, but I'm always on it. Like I take down whenever it's warm weather, and it was warmer weather yesterday. I was like, let me do this before it gets cold because I don't want to be outside. I hate the cold. I really do. I was telling Erica's family the other day. She was like, "Yeah, I've never been to New York when it's warm outside," and I was like, we walked around New York when it was warmer." And you know how I know it was warmer? I I was outside. I was walking outside. I don't typically do that in the cold weather. I just don't like being out in the cold. I can't stand it. I hate being cold. As you can see, I'm always like I'm cold down here. Even though it's not really like super cold, I don't like the cold. Only when I'm sleeping. That's the only time I like to be cold. Um, so um what was I gonna say? But yeah, she was like, yeah, that we do that, and then they were like, um, uh, you were outside. I was like, yeah, you don't realize that I don't like the cold. The only time I will go outside, in the cold is for the kids, um, or for golf. I really liked playing golf in the cold weather, but then my hands kind of got frozen, so I didn't want to play anymore. But uh, Oh, or playing football, playing any sports, honestly. When I used to play football and it would snow, that was fantastic. When I would play high school football and you were at that time where it was snowing, you knew you were in playoffs. Like that's what it was all about. Anyways, um, where was I getting at? So yeah, it was only way that I would go outside is like for the kids. So if I decide to go to like Hershey or something and they want to do something, that's where I will do it. These super chats are coming up like they're $5 super chats, but they're really only like they're like $2. But I appreciate the super chats, I really do. I just hate that they come up as a certain color just based on the number figure that it is. Um, but Gary on Solana and also available in Apple Store due to FTX and Alameda. They were investor into this coin and they diluted it. Oh, so that's why you saw that decrease. So it's available in Solana and you saw the dilution within it, but it doesn't look like it has its max dilution at all. It looks like it's at 27% dilution. So I don't think they fully diluted it. I think it just lost volume. You're not seeing as much volume go into it, no matter if you have seen the dilution.
Donated 100 rupees through Super Chat. Gary on Solana. And also available in Apple Store due to FTX and Alameda. They were investor in this coin. They diluted it.
Alameda. That's how it said it. Alameda. But it's supposed to be Alameda. So yeah, I think yeah, you're right. The huge problem is consistently dumping XRP on retail. Millions come into XRP a month as they dump millions on us every month. Really don't see how we can have a huge price as they pull money out. So they're not dumping, right? They are giving us they are putting billions of coins into circulation, but immediately those coins are eaten up. So yes, it is an issue to where you have seen billions that are added, and we would like to see that dilution really stop, because it does stop the growth of XRP. but it's something that's consistent and never stops going, right? It's not something where it's like, oh, we're diluting at this time of the month. No, it happens consistently throughout the month. But altogether, it's about 8 billion. It's just yeah, just about 1 billion that's added every single month. But yeah, I agree with you. It definitely is something that does like stop the growth potential. Um, but yeah, it's only a matter of time. I'm gonna lean back. It's only a matter of time for XRP. Anyone that doesn't have a bag will miss out. Um, well, yeah, I agree. That's also the case for a lot of things. What will add to the price? Wait, what will add to the price will be the ODL will lock up for XRP. In what way? Sorry, I may be blind to that. What's up, Perry? What's going on? What's going on? How you doing? Love you, brother. I appreciate that. I love you guys too. Uh, bro, please look at Seascape. XRP reaches $10,000. I'm golfing every day, of course. Speaking of golfing, I don't know if you guys watch, if anybody watches like Good at all, because I watch Good Golf because I like golfing and I also have a golf channel. It's not a big golf channel by any means, but I do want to golf, and um, they're putting out an invitation to like YouTubers all over the place. So you could be a YouTuber in any space, but if you are a golf YouTuber, you're expected to kind of show up, not just show up, but kind of commit or RSVP to it. It's in Arizona, and I honestly want to go, um, but it's a 2v2 scramble tournament. So I know for sure I'm not going to win with some of the competition that's there, but they're going to be apparently live streaming it and everything, and I just want to, go there and have fun and but I need another YouTuber that golfs, and I don't know anybody within the financial space that does golf as well that may live close to Arizona or can take the time off to do that as well, because I would like to go and just take maybe like a couple of days and go and play golf. Bryson has a great YouTube channel. A lot of people don't like him. I just think he truly loves the game. Since watching his channel, I don't dislike him as much. I've never disliked him. I always liked Bryson. I know that people disliked him because they kind of disliked Brooks, or sorry, they liked Brooks more. And now a lot of people are seeing the side of maybe Brooks Koepka that they're like, okay, well, maybe Bryson was right here. Maybe Bryson was on the right side. Um, but both of them had their issues. I like Bryson. I've always liked Bryson. So, and I like Brooks, honestly. I don't care about the feud. I don't care about any type of feud. The biggest feud or the best feud that I liked, and you knew it was a feud, was Tiger Woods and Sergio Garcia. Even though it wasn't really like comparable when it comes to the amount of wins, Sergio just didn't like Tiger, and I don't think they still like each other. So it's always going to be an issue there with them two, but it was always a great feud, as well as a good battle between Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods, even, verbally, like smack talking and stuff. So that was always great. Let's be let's be real. Tiger is a weird dude, man. Why is he a weird dude? Why is he weird? I love the fact that I see him out there with this kid, with Charlie Woods, and I can't wait to see Charlie Woods. I know Charlie Woods likes YouTube golf, so I can't wait to see Charlie Woods on YouTube, a lot of YouTube golf channels, and I know that a couple of bigger YouTubers have worked with Tiger and Charlie, but they just didn't record it. It's not something that it was a recordable thing. They didn't allow it. So, so yeah. I'm just wondering if some of these YouTubers got a chance to work with Tiger while they were in TaylorMade, like Media Day or whatever, because all of the guys are expected to show up, even the people that are YouTubers that are sponsored by TaylorMade Golf, like Grant Horvat and Micah. So I want to see. Like I said, I want to be a part of that tournament, but I need another YouTuber that golfs that's willing to take the trip, because I will take the trip and play some golf. Especially, I've never been to Arizona. I was supposed to go to Arizona for, I was gonna go to like Arizona State or something like that, and you had to go there for the master's program. But then um, I didn't, I didn't end up doing that. I ended up getting my master's through Westchester University. Too many things have happened to Tiger, bro. He's a strange bird. Eh. Now that Masters 2019 was epic. Definitely was. XRP PGA Tour. Yep. Do you think Sol is highly manipulated considering there's no max supply? Are people really investing without looking at the max supply? So I think people are, but they just haven't really increased that max supply, so it hasn't been really an issue. Maybe it will be an issue in the past, but I don't think it'll have a major effect if this finds a way to get to $1 trillion market cap or something like that. Please explain simply why XRP will skyrocket, sir. So I've explained this kind of like 17 times within this video because it's a live stream, right? As you explain it once, you have to explain it every time someone comes in here, which is okay. But XRP, where it currently stands, and the amount of speculation behind what could be, that's where you set a $10,000 goal. Is it going to 100% get there? No, it's not 100% going to get there, but you set that as a goal that could possibly be obtainable, but to a lot of people would be absurd. Sort of like when people say, hey, Bitcoin was going to get to $100,000 and then now it's getting that it gets closer to $60,000 or $70,000. People are like, well, it could happen. It's like you were saying that it couldn't, 10 years ago or whatever. But now all of a sudden it can get there. So the point is that I believe XRP, with all the things that could be implemented, as you see Ripple, the parent company, working with banks and having XRP in the back pocket, knowing that that is the better option to work under their payment system, to work under their software, I feel like it could be a payment option. It could be something that XRP gets implemented into, and now you have millions upon hundreds of millions upon billions of dollars that are flowing interchangeably through banks while people are holding it as more of a store of value. Not saying that it is a store of value, but they're holding it so that it does, gain value and gain traction. And as people are using it, the ones that are being held, overall, it becomes scarce because some aren't moving at all. And then you have the full implementation within cross-border payments, within standard transactions, within the heavy flow, within different fiat currencies and different financial systems. It's just overall, it could be implemented everywhere to where XRP could be worth a lot more just on the basis that it's being used at a heavy rate. So the sky is the limit for where XRP can go. And that's why I'm so hype on what can happen in any type of news that comes out of it. So we'll see. And if they find a way to decrease that escrow, or let's say they not decrease the escrow, but they burn off the escrow, yeah, it could be huge. It could be even bigger. if I had 500 to throw, it would you wait, if you only had 500 to throw, would you go XRP or CRO? So I have all the CRO that I want. I'm not investing any more money into CRO. I already put, $12,000 or something like that. I put a lot of money, I think like $10,000. I put something into that position, and I currently have about 90,000, not $90,000, 90,000 CRO. For XRP, it would probably be an XRP because I want to consistently invest into XRP. Right now, I have everything that I want in every other position. I don't have that in XRP. So that's where I stand. Someone asked about Grok and what my Grok position looks like. So I got to go into Ethereum. I think I'm in BNB right now. I got to go into Ethereum and we're going to see where my Grok position currently stands. So Grok for me, and I'll look into the position itself. Actually, let me go back here so I can bring it up in the background. And then I'll go into my position. Come on. So Grok for me is currently standing at 415 or 416 thousand Grok.
$2 through Super Chat.
Give me a second.
Check out Think BNB meme coin days old pumping big.
So I'll check out Think in, I guess, a couple of seconds. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. We currently stand at $2,650. Now I invested $4,000. I'm down a significant amount on Grok. I still believe in where Grok can go. And again, I'm willing to take this risk. I'm not telling anybody to take this risk and, just hear what I'm saying and buy into that position. I'm taking this risk because I want to believe heavier into a meme play that's early on. Now, did I get it right at the time of starting to invest into that position and how much I invested into it? Not 100%. No. Am I at a lower level? Do I have to get back to the all-time high in order to gain my initial investment? No. I only have to get to like 1.2 cents. So currently I'm at like half of where that point is. 1.1, 1.2 cents is where I need to get to. And when it does get back to that point, I now have what I initially invested in there, which is not too far away from where we are, which is 60% of a penny, or you're seeing about, I think it's like what's the market cap sitting at? Sitting at a $43 million market cap. This has shown so much potential and so many different places to where you can purchase the position. And I think once you do officially get the Twitter account back, which currently you don't have the Twitter account, once you get the Twitter account back, again, still suspended, I think it will skyrocket Grok overall. But then you also have the implementation of Grok itself, and how every time it's mentioned, you also have Grok ERC. That's the reason why it's not on here. That's the reason why it's not on Twitter, is because it had so much popularity as another Grok, as a Grok Twitter account versus the true Grok Twitter account, right? The actual chatbot versus the meme coin. So they didn't want the attention going to here. They wanted the attention going to there. While you have every other one that is still out there, you just don't have this one because I believe they had like tens or even hundreds of 100,000 like followers or something like that. But you do have the community Twitter account as well. But again, I hold about $2,600, almost $2,700. And I am down on the position, and I expect this to easily get back up to this point, if not go a lot further than where we were there. But my overall point, like I said, is somewhere around this point, which means we only have to bounce off this level, increase to about this point, or increase to about this point. But I'm looking for a lot more than just that point. 300K XRP, 100K Algo, 100K HBAR, 100K ADA, 300K CASPA, or Casper, 200K XDC, 100 Quant, 100K XLM. There's your retirement portfolio. I mean, that's something that could be massive, but it also will, like, all together would be expensive. Matt, some of my Lunic to CRO or no. Um, that's up to you. It's totally up to you. You can do whatever you want with your position. The point that I like to make within positions is I think you shouldn't try and just transfer to gain something extra over here. Unless you have a portfolio to where that's the idea, I don't think that you should ever like go, okay, what I'm going to do is take $100 and I'm going to transfer this to this level or transfer this to this level because I feel as though it's going to be worth a lot more. You're giving up one position that has its own ability to run for another position that has its own ability to run when you don't know what's truly going to run first. Anyways, guys, I have to get out of here. I apologize for anybody that has a super chat. The franchise, I knew that I was going to go into think really quick, but I do have to. Yeah, I can't even get into that position. But I do have to get out of here because Eric is leaving. The kids need breakfast. And I have to end the live stream at 8 o'clock today. Typically, I would end it at maybe like 9 o'clock. So I apologize for anybody that, maybe has sent a super chat or maybe has sent a question. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you guys want to start trading on Margex, feel free to use my Margex link down below. You can trade up to 100x leverage on your Margex account on various positions. So if you have Bitcoin, if you have Ethereum, if you have ADA, ADA, it's probably like, I think it's like 50x. XRP is 50x. And you can buy, you can short the market, you can do everything you really want to do on this platform. I really like the platform. Definitely check it out. And it does help out the channel. It is a partner with the channel. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.